G'day guys, my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity, and today we are reacting to 10 Reasons Not to Visit America. This video is requested to us by James, 1986, and a bunch more people, says Fez. So thank you very much for everyone that suggested this video. We truly appreciate it. Unfortunately, Fez only sent me one name, so it's on him.
Well, I looked it up.
Shout you guys out.
As I was scrolling through the suggestions, his was the first one that popped up, so I believe that would make his the oldest request. And then I scrolled down as I was going through looking for more videos. Another one. I was like, oh my gosh. So we have to do this.
Yeah, so everybody that suggested it, truly we appreciate it 100%. With that being said, guys, if you want to suggest more videos to us, the link to our Discord where you would suggest said videos is in the description down below. Just click on that, throw the links to your videos in there, and voila, we might do it. Guys, before we hop into this video, if you would, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. It truly helps us out in getting these videos out to more people. Also, if you would, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you guys can stay informed on our future videos. And if you'd like to help us out even more and get an exclusive YouTube short shout out.
Exclusive.
Yes, sir. Click the join button down below. Before we hop into it, I do want to say he was in America. Obviously, he's in America during the posting of this video, but maybe not our video. I don't know if he's still here anymore. He didn't respond to us via email or Facebook, probably because we're nobody to him. But it is what it is. Isaac, you responded
King
to
Isaac.
I mean, he responded to one of our videos.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
We're like that.
We're almost famous now.
Almost.
Thanks, Isaac.
Thank you, Isaac.
All right, let's check this out.
Let's do it.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, my name's Isaac Butterfield, and over the past couple of weeks I have toured around the great country, the superpower,
That's right,
the United States of America. Right now I am in Los Angeles, right next to the airport before I head back to Australia tomorrow. And I tell you what, I have noticed some very peculiar things, some big differences between Australia, the great land down under, and America. On the first day that I was here,
Okay. Should we talk shit about him for making these remarks?
You know what? We're going to talk shit about you today, Isaac.
That's right. I mean, assuming that you say something that's...
Yeah, I mean, if you just...
That's very, like, blanketing the entire country with one remark.
Any negative thing he says, talk shit about it.
Done. Let's do it.
I saw some very interesting sights. I saw some dude who thought he was the next Biggie Smalls. I saw a naked lady, an entire naked old lady on the beach, complete pancake fucking ass. It was very interesting. And I saw a dude on the streets injecting himself with something that I can only describe as probably not insulin. There are huge differences between the country that I'm in right now, America, and where I call home, Australia. And ladies and gentlemen, I've compiled a list for you so you can understand the biggest differences between Australia and America.
But before we get started, this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com.
You want to know what the biggest difference is?
Sure.
You hadn't told us yet.
Oh.
Back to the video.
Number one, tipping. Okay, tipping is a massive thing here because American companies pay their employees, I think the technical term in the financial sector is fuck all. Like if you
No, it's not. It's shit.
work at a cafe, you might get $5 an hour. So they rely on tips from customers to...
And I'm pretty sure it's $2.25 an hour.
No, it's like $2.13.
Yeah, it's $2.13 an hour.
And to be fair, just to...
It might, I mean, he's in Los Angeles, so it might be like $5.
Yeah, really. To be fair, I've got friends that will never leave the serving industry because they bend well over six figures in the serving industry.
From tips.
From tips.
Yeah.
So do you want to make $15 an hour, or do you want to be able to get your consistent clientele? However, that's not always the case. I was a server at a IHOP, and I would probably average around $30, $40 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
make a decent, livable wage. But can I just say this? Fuck your tipping. Fuck off, get fucked. If you've never been to America, this is how it works. Once you've bought something, you've bought a beer, you've bought a meal, you pay for that meal, and then you have to pay an extra 20 or 25% to tip the person who's brought the plate to you. It is absolutely fucked. And even if you...
It is. I
100%. No, I agree.
I would prefer... Yeah,
a real wage. And then you tip if you feel like they went above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I agree.
I think they deserve...
way more.
A real wage.
Yeah. Hate the person that gave you the things, you still have to tip them. If you tip them any less than 15%, you may as well have walked over there, shoved your finger up their ass and said, fuck you into their ear. The second big difference is you crazy motherfuckers drive on the wrong side of the road.
No, we drive on the right side of the road.
Literally.
So...
Okay, and I know that they're going to sit there and say, no, obviously you idiots in Australia drive on the wrong side of the road. But I'm the one with the camera, so suck a big fat cock. When you come to America...
Well, how the turntables have turned.
Yeah, because y'all follow it just because y'all aren't good enough to follow your own laws. Y'all follow the British rule.
Ooh.
Which makes no sense because they're British.
Yeah, you guys should just drive in the middle of the road. Make up your own laws.
I'm not good at this.
Yeah, we're not good at talking shit.
Yeah, you've been to two different places.
Drive on the other side of the road. You're stuck with a few things you need to work out. One of them being, I don't know how to cross a road. You look like an idiot. When you go to cross the road, you're looking in the wrong direction because the cars are coming from the other direction. You're going to get hit, all right? There's no looking left then right. You have to look right then left. That is so confusing. The third big difference, and this is huge, Americans, I'm sorry, are fucking rude. Like, you guys...
That's fair.
Yeah. There are some assholes.
Guys are so rude. Here's a real scenario, okay? We were in an airport the other day. I misplaced
That's the worst place to go to find a nice person.
Stop pausing it. Just play it. Let's see.
My water bottle. Side note, it was in my back pocket. And there was a very similar water bottle with the dude next to me on the table in front of me. I said, excuse me, mate, is that your water bottle? He looked at me deep in my eyes and he goes, uh-huh, why? Why do you want to know if it's my water bottle? I thought, what the fuck, mate? I'm just asking. I'm trying to work... In Australia, you know what we do? You know what we fucking do? If someone was confused about whose water bottle was who, we would give them our water bottle, we'd build them a house, we'd tuck their grandma into bed, and we'd go down on her just because we're good fucking people. On the exact same day, we'd only been in the country for a few hours, the dude on the plane that we were on told a mother with a crying child
Shut that fucking
tell
kid.
that child to keep it down. Oh yeah, you're
that
gonna have a
nice.
conversation with a baby about not crying. But how is that conversation gonna go? Excuse me, fucking Steve, little baby Steve. You know you're crying and upsetting people. And what, Steve's gonna sit there and go, you're right, Mum, I really shouldn't be doing this, you fucking idiot. In Australia, if you said that to a mother and a child, the entire army would be deployed to your house and you'd be blown the fuck up. Saying all that, I only went to New York, LA, and Florida. The Florida people were actually quite nice. New York, LA, suck me
So
up.
the Florida people are crazy.
Okay, yeah, so those are three horrible places to
judge America.
Yeah. So New Yorkers are famously assholes. They take pride in it. I'm glad you didn't go to Boston because they legitimately are called massholes because they're from Massachusetts and they pride themselves in being assholes. That whole part of the world. LA are a bunch of pretentious assholes.
That's probably where he had. Well, no, because
it was on a plane.
It was before. Yeah, it was. I don't know. No, I'm talking about the water bottle thing. The way he said it sounded like the way.
Definitely California.
Yeah, but he's finishing his trip in California.
That's fair. I don't know where it was, but it sounds like a California asshole.
Look, all I know is the media shows you guys those three types of people.
Yeah. Like, look at the news. It's like 90% Florida, New York, or LA.
Exactly.
It's like the worst.
You don't ever hear anything about Mississippi unless it's like the obesity rate.
Or an education rate. Or
worse things about America. You don't ever hear anything about Arkansas.
Yeah.
Because
nothing happens
because they're having sex with their cousins and stuff.
You don't hear about Tennessee because the Ku Klux Klan.
Exactly.
Whatever. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Number 4 is similar to the last one. It's the idea of saying thank you. In New York and LA, we found that people don't know how to act when an Australian says thank you.
Oh, they don't.
If I give you something, what do you say? You say thank you, and I say, hey, no worries.
So I
Too
say,
easy,
"Fuck
all
off."
good. In America, do you know what they say when you say thank you for something? They say, fuck off with your ass.
Okay.
All right? Just say no worries. Do you know how much that upsets me? Pick up your polite game. It's not that fucking hard. America, make chivalry great again. Number 5, this isn't a difference, but this is something you'll notice as an Australian when you get to America, that you go full bogan. Now, I don't know if all Americans know what the term bogan is, but it's sort of like a redneck, right? So when I stepped foot in America, I went from me talking like me right now, quite, I'm good at enunciating most words and all that type of shit, to within about 5 minutes, walking up to people going, "G'day, mate, you want to know if I can get a little..."
Where the fuck did you go?
He went to New York, Florida, and LA.
Yeah, but that's not that. Like maybe in Florida, you could come across a bunch of people with some Southern accents, so that might have been where he landed first. But he didn't get that accent in New York or California.
Well, unless he's getting because New York's loaded with like druggies and shit that speak.
New York's probably where.
Same for LA, to be fair. Same for Florida.
Yeah.
Lift on that Uber over there, big fella. Like, people didn't know what the fuck I was saying. Struth, too easy, big fella. Oh, bloody yeah, nah, too easy. People didn't know what the fuck I was saying. I went so full bogan Aussie immediately when I stepped foot in this country. I don't know why. I just think it's because we know that Americans like Australian accents, and as soon as they hear it, they go, wow, you're an Aussie. That's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, mate, I'm a fucking Aussie. Yeah, I fucking rode a kangaroo to fucking Qantas's fucking airport. The Prime Minister shook me hand as I flew off, and I cracked a Foster's beer on the way. Jesus Christ, I'm drunk, and I got an echidna up my ass. How fucking good am I? Even my beautiful fiancée Claire, she hammed it up as well. This is an exact quote from her. She said this to the lady at TSA. Fucking g'day Struth A Barramundi around here. Fucking Vegemite Bindi Irwin. But the great thing about America is you can have any accent and you are welcome, unless you have an Arabic accent. Then not so much. Number 6, the food is almost better in America. Now, so much. Number 6, the food is almost better in America. Now, what I mean by that is the food is bigger. Now, I am, I'm not fat, but I'm not skinny. I'm somewhere in the middle, but I'm a fat boy at heart. And when I see the portion sizes in America, my food dick, whatever that is, gets real bloody hard.
So our large is like a double extra large, probably to most countries.
Probably. And that's why I'm fat. I mean,
Yeah.
that and the fact that I have no self-control.
My first night in America, Claire and I got a pizza each. And we didn't know what size to order, anything like that. We just ordered some, and it was like $60 US. But they came, and they were huge, right? They weighed about 4 kilos. And I tell you what, I'm pretty sure the Los Angeles sewer system was blocked from a day from the both of us. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. The alcohol
So he did start
is
in
so
Los Angeles.
cheap. There was a bottle of Smirnoff at this supermarket I was at last night.
Alcohol is so cheap.
Alcohol is so cheap. There was a bottle of Smirnoff at this supermarket I was at last night. It was like 2 hands. It was huge. It was massive. I think it was almost 2 liters, and it was $16 US, which I think is like 21 bucks Australian. We get fucked with taxes in Australia when it comes to alcohol.
That
it is
sucks.
horrible.
I had no
It's
idea.
highway fucking robbery.
Well, I knew it was more expensive because the sheep's vodka or whatever that I wanted was stupid expensive.
It was over $100.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
well over $100.
Plus importing it.
Yeah, like my vodka that I used to buy, I'd spend like $14 on 1.75 liters. So yeah, you can get alcohol super cheap.
Oh, you can even get it cheaper than that.
Yeah.
And you have alcohol everywhere. You got it in pharmacies, shopping centres, gas stations, which are petrol stations. You got them everywhere you might need them. Abortion centres. You have alcohol everywhere. It's always at an arm's reach, which is really handy if you're a homeless person who is an alcohol dependent. And I know why this happens, right? I know why this happens. I know why it's so expensive in Australia. You've heard of Big Pharma? Or big oil, these big powers that be that keep the prices high or low or whatever, keep people in government. This is Big Goon, all right? You know the wine casks that Australian young people drink? Big Goon is the reason that Australians have to drink expensive alcohol, all right? Because so when you're a kid and you start drinking for the first time, you don't go and get the expensive stuff. You're stuck with the Goon, which is $12, gets you extremely drunk, probably makes you lose your virginity, and you'll probably end up pregnant, which is great because you can come over to America, go to one of their abortion centres, and have a couple of beers on me. Number 8, the big difference here is no one understands what Australians are on about. Colloquialisms do not work here. Colloquialism being a term or a phrase that is a local language. In Australia, we have heaps of them. Dry as a dead dingo's donga. That means it's really dry out, right? Makes complete fucking sense.
So if he was to say something like that in Texas
or the South,
in the South, it would have people would have looked at you differently, but they would have known that it was an analogy to it's dry because you started it off.
Or not necessarily an analogy, but yeah. But no, they get it. I mean, you don't have to understand it fully, but you get it.
Yeah. I mean, you started off with it's drier than.
Yeah, and so we assume
and
whatever
that's
the
what
fuck
the South
you said
does.
after
They
that.
say it's something then.
Drier than there's a comedian that it's drier.
Or like it's hotter than the devil's balls out here or something.
Yeah. I mean, we've got colloquialism.
Yeah.
It's a hard
we have
word.
colonialism.
Colonialism. That's very true.
I was in an Uber the other day that nearly got sideswiped by a Porsche, right? It was really, really crazy. It happened really quick. And I said to old mate, oh, spewing, that was bloody close. He looked at me like I just said to him, oi, governor, can I shine your shoes? It was ridiculous. He's like, what the fuck is this prick talking about? What are we, in the fucking 1800s? Or that old lady at the shopping centre the other night. I said, how you going? She looked at me like I just groped her on the tit. I did grope her on the tit. But don't look at me like that. Christ, have some respect. Anyway, fuck you and not understanding my colloquialisms. Number 9, the big difference is tourism. There's so many great things to see in America. In New York, you could spend months there walking around. And we did about 20,000 steps every day. And we still didn't get to see everything. In Australia, okay, if you come to Australia, you see the Great Barrier Reef, you fly over it there, you've seen it. It's a big fucking coral reef. You go to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, there's a bridge, you know, you've seen bridges before. And you go to Melbourne and see a protest or something. That is fucking it. There's nothing to see in Australia. Piss off. Number 10, and the last big difference
Opera
is...
House.
Well, that was behind the bridge.
Oh, that's fair.
So you saw it in the distance.
Comedy. I was lucky to see Joe Rogan here do a show in Jacksonville in Florida. A massive crowd, about 15,000 people. Tony Hinchcliffe opened up for him. And you know what I learned? I learned that in Australia, we are the biggest pussies when it comes to stand-up comedy.
Really?
We are so terrified about not getting spots on The Project or on the Melbourne International Comedy Festival Roadshow or on Channel 10. Comedians refuse to do jokes that push the boundaries. In Australia, we are fucking scared, and that shit needs to stop.
It's hard to base that off of Joe Rogan.
No, I don't know because I listen to. I've
listened to him and
Jim Jeffries. I would say he's very edgy.
Yeah, and he's pretty edgy.
But I'm sure there's other Aussie comedians I've heard, but I can't think off the top of my head. British stand-up comedians are also extremely edgy.
Yeah.
So I think we just follow.
I thought we were
I don't
pussies.
think we're the. Yeah, no, I agree. But I think we are.
Thanks for the compliment.
As far as the stand-up comedians, like the good ones, they're all edgy.
Yeah.
They have to be to stand out.
Exactly.
Like, that's why outside of what's happened recently, I feel like Chris Rock is no longer on his pedestal.
Because he kind of got
Well, he was never edgy. I think, because I love stand-up, but the good stand-up comedians are very edgy.
Yeah.
Like, I like Daniel Tosh. I love Daniel Tosh. Tom Segura. What's his name? Hannibal Buress. There's a lot of these really good stand-up comedians that push the boundaries, whether they're from here or from England or from Australia. I think they're all doing a great job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what he says, of course, he's in the game.
Right.
So we truly don't know what he knows. He knows so much more than us.
Yeah.
I was so motivated after I saw that show. I thought to myself, oh my
Joe
God,
Rogan's
I've been
awesome,
hamstringing myself, not doing particular jokes because I feel like they're too offensive and I'm going to get cancelled again. Fuck that. Not anymore. I'm fucking going for it, ladies and gentlemen. If I think something's funny, I'm going to tell it to a crowd, and if they think it's funny, then fucking oath, I'll keep doing it. And on that topic, come and see me live. I'm doing shows all around Australia, and I should be in America by the end of the year doing some shows. So if you're from America, let me know on my website. Go over there and sign up to get an email when I'm on tour.
I will legitimately do that.
Yeah.
Because we have some big
time.
places to do it here.
I clicked on the city not listed button last time, and I let you know, Isaac.
Oh, you already done it?
Yeah, but we could do it again.
Oh. But, no, like, we have the Addison Improv, which is really good. But then, like, I mean, we've got all the big giant stadiums.
Right.
But then you have, what's the one up in Oklahoma that everybody shows at?
The
WinStar.
Yeah, WinStar World
So
Casino.
hopefully he'll go to like WinStar or even here.
That would be dope.
At
a lot of people go to WinStar.
Yeah, I mean it would be huge. I think it would be great because you get two different states all at once.
Right.
One is North Texas. That's a state, part of Texas. So I think that'd be awesome. I'm real because I think his stuff is super edgy. I think it's on point. I think it's great. I am 100% truly a fan. So I'm kind of glad he never responded to our email and us actually like getting a chance to possibly meet up or do a collab or something.
Right.
Because I feel like I've fanboyed too hard.
Yeah, and I'm also I'm disappointed that there wasn't really anything that I could talk shit about with this video.
You tried really poorly. I mean, you tried really hard, but it came out poorly.
It did. I really wanted to. It was just all so accurate.
Yeah, 100%.
But and again, the places that he was talking shit about are completely different. Now,
I mean, Florida, man, for God's sake.
Like the way people act in California, there's certain parts of Dallas.
I would say LA specifically.
Yeah,
because
LA.
If you're in LA, LA's a whole nother ballgame.
There's certain parts of Dallas that people act like that. New York.
You know what's crazy? Think about this. Those two cities are the size of the entire country population-wise.
That is crazy. Yeah.
I think that's right.
He was telling me earlier, like, we need to try and get a 1 million view Australian day. I was like, or no, you asked me how much we would need in Australian views. I told you 1 million, and you were like, that's like 1/25 of their population. I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
We gotta really get people motivated.
Yeah, they'd have to really like us.
Yeah, to get 1 million, that's a huge percentage.
Yeah,
that's like trying to get how many? Okay, so let's say the U.S. has 300 million. That would be like, I don't even want to do that math.
3 million
to hit 125
or 30 million.
Yeah,
no, that's
a 10.
We're American.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
Anyways, or 1%, 30 million is 10%. 3 million.
We're not going to get 1 million Australian views, so it is what it is.
But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That's how we're going to get our 1 million views.
Yeah.
If you want to see our future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you want to support us directly, hit that join button. And with that being said,
my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace
out.